All right. Well, we're here with two actors from the upcoming show, The Importance of Being Earnest. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves and say who you're going to be in the show?
Hi, I'm Mary Gilliam, and I'll be playing Cecily Cardew.
Hi, I'm Ian Jones, and I'll be playing Jack Worthing.
Great. And so what's it been like working on an Oscar Wilde play and working with Greg, the director?
It's been a lot of fun. None of us have worked with Greg before. He's a professor over at Ithaca College. And he came in and knew right away exactly what he wanted from us. And we only had a month to put up the show, so like right from day one, we just started working through things and experimenting and working through different ideas on how to attack a scene or go about it. And it was a bit intense at times with a lot of ground being covered, but it was fun.
Yeah, it's been wonderful working with Greg. He really takes ownership of the show, and he really, I feel very sort of supported by him in the sense that he really pays attention and looks at every moment and tries to make sure that everything is looking its best and coming off as well as it can. He also just understands the material so well and has such great ideas about how it should be performed and felt and everything. And I think one thing that's been cool about the way that he's approached this play is he sort of approaches it as an opera. So it's like every character has their arias and their sort of solos and things like that throughout the play, and it's really fun thinking of it that way, and it helps with sort of the musical quality of the language that it should have and stuff. So it's cool.
It's very cool. Have there been any like funny rehearsal moments or?
Well, we have John Herschler, one of our RPTs, playing Miss Prism, and he and Paul Hebron have just been a riot throughout rehearsals and having their budding romance take shape on stage. And there have been plenty of times during rehearsal when we've just kind of had to break down from laughter, or just, we can't take things seriously because it's just such funny things going on stage and great discoveries that they've been making and things like that.
Pretty much every time Paul is on stage.
What are some of your what's your favorite moment in the show? Would you say? Do you have one?
Yeah. I think my favorite moment for my character is the tea scene with Gwendolyn. I really enjoy it every time, and just the energy that Allison brings, it's so much fun and it's so exciting to do. And it's so well written. Wilde is brilliant, and I really enjoy that point in the play.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Although she gets to be part of it, I get to watch it every night. It's really just an outstanding scene, and she's right. It's the best written scene in the show, and it's Wilde at his finest. And the way Greg has choreographed it, and the way Allison and Mary just kind of go at each other during it, but in such a polite fashion. It's great every time. I love it.
I sort of like the way it shows that another thing that Greg sort of emphasized throughout is that Wilde has kind of created a world where characters, sort of speak this way. They put so much like wit and like just clever things into their everyday language, and so to see like all the cleverness and the manners and everything come up against just like the tension, so it's really fun.
You guys are both cast in Love's Labours, Lost next. Do you think there's anything from this show that you'll take into that show?
Well, that's a good question.
I think sort of the musicality of the language that we've practiced a lot in Earnest is going to really come in handy with the Shakespeare, definitely. And also just, I guess, like, looking for those moments of humor and things in it.
Yeah, finding humor in every scene is definitely something that comes through in the importance of being earnest, and something that my character goes through some pretty trying ordeals at times during the show, and it's still through humor we sometimes get through it, and that's definitely something as an actor that I could take away and bring to another show.
Great, thank you, and good luck with the show.